Hey, what's up, everybody? I said that I was going to do this video or redo it, this are you masculine test or are you feminine test. I don't know, pick your phrase. But I said I was going to do this test because I did it a year ago and then somebody had pointed out to me that I never finished it. Oh, I'm going to finish it. So rather than have you go back and look at old videos, I would just do the whole thing all over again so it can be fluid. All right, so this is the are you masculine test or are you feminine? Um, Pick your phrase. But point number one, an are you masculine test. Number one, are you lazy? Are you lazy? I'm not saying are you unemployed. Unemployment can happen to anybody due to the way the economy is and inflation and small businesses closing and people being laid off. My, I'm more concerned with how long you remain unemployed. All right, and more so than that, after if you do work after you get off work, what do you do after you get off work? There's always something to do. There's always something to work on. You could be working on your mind, working on your knowledge. You could be working on your body. You could be working on your home or whatever the hell you're doing. But the point is, are you productive with your time? Are you productive with your time? If the answer is no, I want you to know that this is feminine. And I'll tell you why. Women are not created to be workhorses. They're not. So a woman is the only human being who can be considered to kind of be lounge around for the most part and not really be that contributory to a relationship and still be considered a good partner is a woman because her value is not so much isn't so much based on what she's bringing in, right? So the first point is, are you lazy? Point number two, are you argumentative for no reason? Argumentative for no reason, okay? And what by that, this is what I mean by that. When I say argumentative for no reason, what I mean is that just like if you do a video and you have an extensive vocabulary or you have some ideals that aren't too mainstream and whatnot, and you get some guys who come in the comment section and just try to match verbatim with you, and they just start spouting useless rhetoric in the comment section for no point, no purpose, just talking without purpose. I want you to know that talking without purpose is feminine. I believe that men have gotten to a place where you talk too much. You're not really saying anything. Don't get me wrong. If you have something pertinent or valuable to say, then by all means, we want to hear it. But just talking to be talking. Laughing, laughing silly, goofy, telling stories, hood stories, just talking, trying to be funny. It's like, since when did men become so expressive? That is point number two, being argumentative with no reason. Now, if you're in an argument or you're in a debate, you got to understand something. I need you to state your point if your point is important. All right. But if you're just arguing for the sake of arguing because you don't want anybody to tell you anything, that's very feminine. Doesn't it remind you of a woman not wanting to hear nothing, always trying to get the last word? It's a very feminine thing to be argumentative for no reason. Just talking without purpose is feminine. That is point number two. Point number three. Are you ready? Hope you're paying attention. Point number three, which is a huge one. Are you ready? Are you promiscuous? Are you promiscuous? Are you vaginally focused? That is feminine. All right. Just running around wanting to hump everybody. There's this thing going on right now online where a lot of men are talking about women and a lot of women are talking about women, and they're trying to piece together the way things have gone left and trying to bring some things to discussion. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Everybody has to be critiqued and everybody can improve. So there's nothing wrong with that. But we're talking to women about their behavior, the way they talk, the way they act, the way they look, the way they carry themselves, the way they process thoughts and feelings. While we're doing all of that, at the same time, I keep hearing men say this. Well, men just want to hit. Well, men just want to get the skins. If I take you on a date, you owe me sex. I mean, why should I take care of you and you don't want to give me none? It's a lot of vagina focus, bro. I'm just saying. That's a lot of vagina focus. And they try to act as if this is normal male behavior. It's not. You have the inability to be faithful. You're monogamously challenged. That is feminine. Let me tell you why it's feminine. It's feminine because women are more emotionally based, okay? Which means that they make more of their decisions based on how they feel than on actual reality. All right? That's why you're always trying to fight to keep the wolves off of them. That's why whenever somebody starts talking about freedom, the first thing freedom means to the female society is chaos and whoredom. As a man, you're supposed to be more stable and grounded in your approach to life. I haven't seen a loose pair of pants in like 30 years. So every time something sexy walks by you, you gotta, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Don't get me wrong. I look at women. I love looking at women. I look at them too. If she'll walk by me, I'll look at her. Nice one. To actually get up and go over there and say, hey, how you doing? My name is, bro, I'm not going that far. It's not that serious. There are 1,000 girls who look just like that. It's not that serious. You're supposed to be more grounded and stable in your approach to life. So just walking around trying to smash and trying to hump everything, even though I understand it and I used to be younger too, and I can't say I never did it. As a man, as a grown man, this is your focus? Your vagina focused? That is not masculine, but we have men today who talk like it is masculine. Well, you know, men just want to hit, you know what I mean? Because women know that men want to hit you. You know they want to hit, and I just paid all of this money, and I should get to hit. And then the problem in the marriage is my wife she ain't slept with me, she ain't giving me none. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You're turning into the weird old pervy dude. If your wife is not sleeping with you, that has a lot to do with whatever she's doing outside of the house and also with what you're doing in the house. If you're right there, why doesn't she want to sleep with you? Maybe it's because you want it too bad. Jesus Christ. Calm down. Are you promiscuous? Don't get me wrong, this is America. We're all a little pervy, including myself, all right? This is America. We wake up looking at twerk videos and all kind of crap that just comes into our eyes all day long. But to be sexually focused is feminine. That's why whenever you have a woman and she goes out, you're trying to keep the wolves off of her because she finds a love interest anywhere she goes. She saw one at the grocery store, there was one at the red light. There's the guy that she wants at work, and there's a guy. As a man, you're supposed to be more focused and stable in your understanding and not so easily impressed. Just saying. So, the first point, are you lazy? The second point, are you argumentative for no reason? The third point, are you promiscuous? Fourth point, are you disingenuous to friends or a confidant to no one? Disingenuous to friends. Now, what I mean by that is that your whole personality has become a persona. You're tough. You ain't tripping. You don't give a F. It's okay. You straight. You good. You good. I'm straight. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm glad. All right. Cool. And we all know that all people go through a certain level of pain just to live here in this country. We all know this. Disingenuous to friends and being a confidant to no one means that you don't have even one person that you keep it a rack with. Not one. If you don't keep it a rack with one person, that means you are going through life not getting any advice or instruction or guidance in your stages of life. So you're probably stuck at the stage you've always been stuck at. You don't want anybody to tell you anything. So in order for somebody to not tell you anything, you just decide to act like you cool, you straight, you ain't tripping, everything is good. You know what I mean? Everything is fine. Your life is fine. Cool. You are going through life without advice. I've never met a man who has already reached the pinnacle of life as a man to where he doesn't need to learn or hear anything anymore. T.D. Jakes gave a great sermon on comrades, constituents, and confidants years ago. He said that a comrade is somebody who's against what you're against, a constituent is somebody who's for what you're for, and a confidant is for you. You running around with no advice? At what stage of life do you not need any advice on the stage you're entering? If you're in your 40s, you don't need any advice about the 40s. If you're entering your 50s, you don't need any advice about the 50s. You don't need any financial advice, relationship advice, health advice, workout advice. No kind of advice, then there's no growth. All right? So, to reiterate, the first 4 talking points in the Are You Masculine test is number 1, are you lazy? Number 2, are you argumentative for no reason? Number 3, are you promiscuous? Number 4, are you disingenuous to friends? You don't have one genuine moment. You are a walking, talking cartoon character. Shut, man, shut. I'm straight, you know what I'm saying? I'm good, I ain't tripping. And all that goofy crap. You're not gonna be real with nobody. You're not gonna keep it a rack with nobody, not one person. Then I know you don't have any advice, and I know you don't have any pertinent information that anybody can use, because you don't take the advice of anyone, because you will never let anyone in on what you're going through. As if the rest of us ain't already gone through it, currently going through it too, or have already gotten past it, or will eventually go through it, whatever. All men's lives intersect at some point to where we're all experiencing the same thing. All right? These are the first 4 talking points. I'll be back in a minute and do the next 4. One.